How's everybody doing? I went and searched today. Typical search. A lot of pictures. A lot of neat things to see. Um, if there's 40 blazes, Forrest, I don't know. I think I'm at 100 or a couple thousand so far. Um, if 40 was all I needed, then I've already done that. Um, but yeah, I searched and I did come up with another location to check and stuff. I tried to get to under his desk and up at the feet of Miss Ford's feet, where Forrest is sitting at the desk, and wasn't able to. I could only get close, and there was a couple tombstone like figures. And I'm looking at this rock right here, one that I used to fill. Come on, Jack. I want trying to put the camera on something, and he can see it away. See, there's a trying to put his nose right in my camera. But yeah, that's pretty cool. There, somebody like holding another person or something. Yeah. Um, two viewers. Yeah, I'm up here at this. I'm not at low altitude, and I'm not 30 years old. You know, and so it gets kind of hard for an old guy out here. When you're at high altitude, it kind of makes you sleepy because you don't get enough air or something. But I went out there and tried to find it again. I did see some neat things, and I saw something that looked like him going down the fire escape. It also looks like him holding the fishing pole on the Once Upon a While, but those, like I said, are a typical symbol here because everybody's hugging, got their arms wrapped around a mammoth trunk, and it looks like somebody with their arms out there on a fishing pole. And so there's a lot of those figures. But I had a very good idea, and you know, uh, as usual, my end zone area, I don't tell too many details about it. I'll tell what I see, because you have to be able to recognize these shapes in the rocks yourself. You're not be able to, uh, even if you knew that I was up where, my general area, which most should be able to figure out after I gave them where the home of Brown was at Bootjack Ranch, and it was owned by David Jennings Brown. And from there, you're going uphill, up a creek. Okay, no place for the meek. The heavy loads in the water high up there, and the water high has a name that you can associate with a blaze, and that's really the second blaze, though, because the first blaze would be the gypsies and the kids with ropes. Those are down at the bottom before you get up to the lake that's ablaze. And because that's how I got here. I got to that lake, and I followed its the water coming out of the lake to where it ran into the next creek, and that was where the wood was. There's some interesting rocks. But yeah, this rock over here, I figured there's some stuff on it. I'll show you. It's right here in my camp too. Huh. The sun's not on it. It looks different. But this rock here. Eyes. what's the shape? That's almost a, that's like a hand. It's a hand coming up like fingers. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of figures of hands and stuff coming up out of the ground. There's a couple rocks up there. Uh, over over here's the canyon is down in there. It comes all the way. So the lake is up there, and the creeks come down and through the canyon down there, and there's an omega down here, and there's omegas. That's where I started searching those omegas in the creek, and I found this omega here was the second omega I searched, and it was some treacherous stuff, but it was like Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti album cover. The one wall was just a bunch of windows with faces in them and stuff. And right now the sun's setting in that cliff way up there. What's it say? What's up? Who? Okay, Jack. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack. Come here, buddy. What you doing, buddy? What you doing, buddy? He's a silly dog. Okay, I'm going to show you this rock face. If it'll turn around, boom, we zoom in. See, up there's a big Indian head looking up at the sky. So let's zoom on this Samsung S7. Yeah, and then yesterday I went around giving pull up the names out of my head. Nevin Eckerman, I gave him a tour of a whole bunch of the Fenn zone formations yesterday, and somebody that's seen it like him, he can tell you that these things are spread out, and it can be any one of the symbols. But I think it's these symbols in nature are the trove. It's a trove of art in nature that depicts his story of his life and all that, all his life stories and stuff. It's Vietnam and his story, the Buffalo Cowboy car, and there's helicopters here, and depicted in nature, the too far to walk legs, him riding on a bird fly fishing, him riding on an atomic bomb. I should have pointed that out to Nevin yesterday, that if you're standing where we were looking at his pile of airplanes and you look over to the right on the bank that we were standing on, is Forrest Fenn riding the atomic bomb. Somebody's old fire pit. And let me see. Yeah, I figured I'd do a little evening stream because people people work in the daytime. The experts, the Forrest Fenn experts, they do their show at 1 in the afternoon when you're at work. Not during your lunch hour. No, it's after your lunch hour. Things like it's because it's not about you. It's about them and what's convenient for them, and it tell you stuff that he'll eliminate stuff. He's eliminated stuff in his suggestions that are extremely valid to the search. The biggest thing he eliminated that's extremely valid to the search is me. My I haven't, told him my solve. I've showed him the results, but I'm not, they'd be, oh, don't tell us your, and then they're talking about solves and solutions. How can you not be saying, I don't, we don't discuss anybody's solve, and then that's what your whole show is about, solves and solutions. There goes some more people in a cheap car. It's cheaper than my car. It's a cheap car. Mine was cheap. And there's our friends again with the red Jeep. They were here a few days ago. I seen them. They might be searching. That this treasure hunt. Stop the barking, Jack. We're on the air. We're on the air. You can't be barking. No, you can't be barking. Uh-uh. That's a crazy dog. Yeah. What's he after now? Whatever. He's just run, jump, hop, skip, happy, run off. He's leery of cliffs. I think he's fallen off one rock somewhere or something, and he knows to stay with those edges. But at least he didn't get hurt wherever he did whatever. What's that? A skull or what is this? What is this? What is that thing, man? I don't know what that is. It looks like it's like a walnut. It's like the inside of a walnut on the inside there. And you could carve that into a head. This is my partner, Stickman. But it's out here somewhere, and it's very hard to find. It's going to take more than one person, I think. One person, I mean, it might take me 30 years. Even just if you went to searching that little grove of trees there, you could spend weeks searching that little grove of trees, and I got 30 of them groves there, it, but the yeah, we need Indigo Films almost did a reality show on the treasure hunt, and I was going to be the lead searcher on it. And the only reason they didn't do it was Forrest didn't want to cooperate with the show, or I guess do little interviews. So if you want to do something like that and have Forrest Fenn involved in it, you want to make a deal where you only need him once a year to do the whole year of whole season of interviewing one interview a year or something. And then you can't be nosy about the treasure hunt. Might ask me about Vietnam and but most of it he's told his story. So you can't keep telling a story over and over and over and come up with new things, because the story you'd have to embellish a whole lot to give any new information. So all the information's out there. You really don't need Forrest. And if Forrest were to pass away, then they would do the show. If you can do the show after he's gone, you can do a show before he's gone. You know, but you don't have to. There's enough information already there, and enough interviews of Forrest already there that you can use. Um, Even if you know, do an animated Forrest fan and give answers he's already given or something. You know, if you want, make him a cartoon. He's a character anyhow. So I used to tell my brother, because he was in the Navy. We always had the butch haircut and everything, and clean shaven and stuff. They said, get yourself some character. Get you know, grow your hair a little longer, grow a mustache, beard, something. Get some character. And yeah, he did. He grew a beard and just whatever. Uh, I'm getting mine ready for Christmas. So, but what do we got for? Okay, well, what I'm going to do, because I got some funky, ugly glasses, I'm going to let you look at the scenery while I read the messages. Whoop. No, no, no. Okay. So, darkness covers me deep is the pit from pole to pole. I think whatever God there may be, something like that. I hope all is well. Yeah, yeah. Okay. See, what I discovered was I went up there. I got very close to his desk and Miss Ford up there, just below it, one level below it, 15 feet lower than where his desk is. And it was, I couldn't get Jack. I might have been able to get over the rock to get there, but I couldn't have got Jack. And I just said, no, this is too hard to get to that spot. So he did go down the fire escape. So I looked down the fire escape, and I'm looking for a tree leaning against the canyon wall, or something that says it's Forrest Fenn, that ties to relate to the fire escape. I'm looking for his fire escape, and when he talks about the jumping off onto a tree to slide down the tree, and you break the branches off as you go, So below Miss Ford's a tree with all the branches on one side are gone, like So down at the bottom of that tree. So my next search is the base of that tree, right around there, and just the bottom of the the cliff by his desk. That's a crazy dog. He's Australian. That's part of where the crazy comes from. He's upside down in the head. No. But look, see, the sun's just hitting the top of the mountain up there. See, going down over the pass. This is the sun setting over that way. So I guess it's these hills here blocking the sun there. And yeah, I got a friend. I got to go help with his. Got a flat. He's stranded with a flat tire, and we went out there. I went out and tried to fix his flat the other day, and my little compressor thing. I turned it on, and clink. There's a little set screw. There's a crank cam that slides onto the drive shaft of the motor, the electric motor, and there's a set screw that locks it onto that drive shaft. It came loose and it slid off, and so I was able to open it up and put it back. That's some strange looking plane there. Wow, you see it? I gotta get my other camera. I think it's just a regular airplane. But I gotta get a picture of that. Could be a UFO, you know? Oh shoot. Yeah, got the right lens on it. Oh. So. Oh. See what he did? He just ran that cable around my ankles. Gosh. 300. I'll be able to tell what kind of airplane that is. Probably be able to read the insignia, see what airline it is. Huh. Yeah, it's just one. I got astigmatism, so something that far away, I kind of see double of it. I see it too. You gotta put it right on one of the focus dots on the screen, and it determines how far away it is. That's why they autofocus. You know, it does a really good job of focusing on most stuff. But when you're trying to do something like that, it's like, okay, if I lock on it once, then stay at that focus. I'm pointed at the sky. You can't see it. So it's just keep the previous focus until you have something new to focus on, stupid camera. You know? It's like camera doesn't have a memory. Well, what did I see a second ago? It was that far. Well, we'll try that. You know? Until you got something new to focus, don't set a new focal point. So, yeah, let's see what we got here today. This visibility. Hey, Nevin, son. Hey, how you doing? Jack, having fun. Jackson, that. Yeah, and you see, most of the other searchers don't know Jack. I know Jack. I know Jack. Don't I, Jack? No! No! He's messing with that pie. There. Keep your doll over there. Yeah, that's not a cookie, Jack. Get away from there. Oh, cow pie. This is almost like moose turd pie, right? Oh, I sent Forrest that story. He'd probably heard it before. That was a popular story, the moose turd pie. So, yeah, not much happening and not many people saying much. So, oh, there's my glasses. Turn this around again. You can watch Jack. You can watch Jack. What a mountain shot. Jackson. Hey, we're almost Wichita Falls, Texas. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, when he was, I was telling, Devin, I was telling you guys about my friend, a horse rider there in Arkansas, too. Almost. Yeah. Yeah, I used to, no, Jack. No. That's not food. That's cow shit. Oh, he's trying to eat that cow pie. and I have to tell them no, 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 no cow pies, Jack. Yeah, there you go. That's what you do. You play with your toy. Yeah, I'll pile some rocks on that cow pie. No. Ugh. Cover it up. It's a wet, ugly cow pie, you know? No, Jack. Yeah, that'll do it. He won't be able to eat it, that cow pie. Oh. There. That should keep him out of there. Oh, what a pain. Look, you caught me with my ugly glasses. So, yeah, I saw another guy with a new video and all. Yeah, at one point, yeah, you gotta take it easy, because it's very hard to find. Sometimes I push myself too much, and you know, so I go out there like a leg someday or something, but I don't think so. I don't hope not. But I'm watching Jack. He's the big distraction. So yeah, it's a nice day, and there's a place dear to his heart right up there. Yeah, I'd like to. Wish I had really a lot of the trails up. You need a horse to go up those. Yeah, you're not allowed. I don't know if you can take your four wheelers up that road. I think it's closed, but you can go up there with a horse. You know, so it might be a fun to rent horses someday. But I'd need somebody that knows horses. I don't know horses that, you know. I'm not. I've never had a horse or been involved with horses that much. I've had girlfriends with horses, but no, Jack. Oh. And then he runs his. I put the rocks on the cow poop, and then he can run his leash through the cow around the rocks, and it gets into the cow poop. You know, what's next? That might keep his leash. They got a sloped rock for the leash to run over. Get out of there, Jack. Get out of there. Stop your interest in that. Jeez. Oh. You know, I might tell Jack not to eat shit. But there's some people out there, some of the people that come to criticize me that can eat shit. Well, should I save it for them? Oh, yeah. There's some interesting rocks, and remember you watch that video where he's with Suzanne Summers at San Lazaro, and he picks up a rock and he hands it to her. Oh, it's George O'Keefe. You know. Yeah, like taking his go. Oh, look, it's Georgia O'Keefe. Can you see her? You know? So, if Forrest was showing her a rock and telling her it looked like Georgia O'Keefe, you cannot criticize me at all. You have no business criticizing me, because if you criticize me and my rocks, you're criticizing Forrest and his rocks. Because these are his rocks. These are the ones that tell his stories. Yeah, I got some other pictures of Lewis and Clark too. Uh, I was able to go out, what I take the first picture and maybe not a good angle, so I took another picture at that angle. But sometimes you see some of the stuff from one angle only. Like Miss Ford, when you're underneath her, she's got another face. She's multiple personalities. She's schizophrenic, Miss Ford. So you got to watch out because she got different faces. One day you come into school, she got one face on, and another day she's evil witch. uh, so yeah, let's see. Anybody got anything else interesting to keep me on here for? Yeah, leprechaun poop. No, it ain't leprechaun poop. Fun, food. Jack like the leg. Jack like my leg too. But he grabs on. He doesn't hump your leg though. He just grabs on. Something to hold on to. No, Jack. No, no, no. I got this stick. No. You try and do something and he wants to interfere with it. Okay. So, I don't know what anybody, I go watch the other people chatting in their chat rooms, and people are saying, oh, they got all kinds of things to say about the treasure hunt and stuff. I come on here and I ain't got many. I got a picture to show you took on the way out this morning. Yeah. Yeah, there was, I'm looking at some of the pictures I took yesterday, and some I took today are pretty cool too. Um, I've been processed, turning them into art. Uh, Kind of hard to do anything with that without some place to show it. And all the online art things are, you're lucky if anybody sees your stuff because they're pushing somebody else that has money to pay them for advertising, they're pushing them up front. So I gotta cook something. My stomach's feeling empty. And the signal might be degraded inside here. I got my, see, I just set it right there in that hole, and that holds it frying for me. Yeah, even the picture I had for the cover of this was on the from today's search, and I'm seeing something on it real cool right now. There's a see this dark figure here, the arm coming down, and the leg here. See, there's somebody standing there. Figures in there. See that face right there? Woman's face, maybe? On the left side of the screen. There's figure guys up here. See? Those aren't leprechauns. But yeah, those are some neat formations. What else I got on here? That's a rock. See, this is a nose. That's a mouth. Ooh. Yeah. See, there's a guy here, there's a head in here, there's a face here, there's a face back here, and there's a face right here, this big face. There's an eye and nose and the chin. This is in my search area. Look at this face, too. See the eyes and the nose, and the mouth. And this is his elephant. And that's the eye, and the forehead, and the trunk coming down, and the guy right there. That is so cool. Hello. Man and his mammoth. If we look here, you'll see the trunk probably comes down. Yep. See the trunk comes down and curls back here around these people. That's a blue guy. That guy's blue. He's got some teeth. Ooh, is he the green light? No, Jack. Jeez. All I did was come inside in his leash. Oh, the Facebook Messenger. You're live streaming, and the Facebook Messenger jumps on top of it. Yeah. I gotta see what Jack wants here. What's your problem? You got hung up on those rocks I put there, huh? See, he won't pull hard on his collar. Okay. You can come in if you want. He'll go run and get tangled up again. And then tell me, come out and fix it, you know? It'd be nice to have a yard. You just put him out in the backyard, and then when he wants in, he'll let you know, you know? You got him on that thing, you're untangling him constantly, all day long. It's more than I want to deal with, more than I can handle. Sometimes I just want, okay, bark, bark, I'm sleeping, you know? I don't have a lot of energy. Lights. This is an old Forrest. This is just the Forrest Fenn totem on there, and an old Fennatic logo. But and I came back after yesterday. I came in, took a shower. But yeah, let's see if I can get some other pictures up on this screen. If this will cooperate. Okay. Now I can go to the slideshow here. And you see, there's an eye, a nose, there's a face there, and there's, okay. So yeah, you see the elephant head here and a hand, and this is probably the end of an elephant trunk somehow. And that's in the eye of an elephant. So this is, the whole thing is an elephant head, and that's the eye, and these are a couple of people inside. This is interesting. There's a couple figures here. These, see those? These are heads. Each one of these notches. There's people standing there. You see the guy up here in the top. See, there's the eyes and the nose and the mouth. There's a couple other heads, people down here. This is a mammoth head here, the eye. See, this guy, he's got a split, and then the top of his head is a couple mammoths or something up on top of his couple other heads, and see, this is his fingers. This is his hand, I think, and his fingers, and each of his fingers is another person. That's a wall. Here's some more figures in here. You see there's a skull there. No, Jack. Can you be patient and wait? Huh? Can you? Here you see a couple faces there. And there's another face in here. Okay. Whiny dog, whiny dog. Now. He's spoiled. He whines, he gets what he wants. You see the face hiding in here. There's a head right in there, and his hands like he's crawling out from under the rock. And then up in the back, there's two more people. Back here, you see the nose and the eyes, and there's another head here. Some of these are good. Adjust the contrast and so on. But you see the guy over here and the one here. And then there's a face in here. You see the profile, the nose, and the eyes. But and some of the other stuff's kind of hard to see yet. What I do is I darken the dark and lighten the light, so that you can see the contrast a little better. Now you can see here clearly. There's a face right here. There's the eyes and kind of a ugly face. And there's another one there, another face up there. Might go through some of these kind of fast because they're hard to see. There. You see there's a guy up here. See the face over here on the right. He's kind of ugly. Okay. Let's go. I got better pictures. You see the dark eyes there, dink in the face, the head, and the rocks. There's a figure back here to see him, and no person there. And maybe this is an elephant, I think, a mammoth, the eye and the trunk coming down. I see the eyes. And this is a head looking up. See, that's an eye, and it's a profile. The face is looking at my finger. I'm pointing at the eyes and the nose. Maybe the nose is broken off. It's just matching the color of the stuff behind it. Makes it hard to see. You see, there's like a couple kids in here or something. There's two people there, and there's a person here. There's somebody down here. I think this is the same rock and stuff, but you see the profile of the face here, There's another face there, and there's another one over here. And there's another one back up here. It's backed off from it. And you see this face in here clearer now. And this face here. And then there's more figures over here. There's somebody over there. um, I don't know where I'm at on these. Do. Where was that face? There was a smile I saw. Oh, well, you see the people here. They're white figures. They're dark figures too. There's things. The shadows are other shapes. But there's face there, and yeah, whatever. It's a difficult one. And I think, is that how it goes, huh? There's figures all along here. It's raised. Sometimes it'll be all black, but you see the raised sculpture and the indents. But you see this guy and his arm coming over here, or maybe that's an elephant trunk. A lot of times an arm is an elephant head. You see the guy's nose and mouth and eye. It's the same rock. What was up in there? And these are the Indians. You see his leg coming up here. This is like the lumberjack with the foot up on the stump, and it's this guy dancing here, and this guy's playing. This is his drum, the drum here, and this guy's playing this drum, and this guy's dancing, and there's probably other figures that have faded away behind him, and there's other figures behind this guy dancing, and yeah, and this guy's pretty cool though. He's got an arm. His guy has 3 heads, I think. I don't know. There he is. Close up. Okay. Okay. Well, I didn't see what you said in the first place, Sarah. So, I don't know why people delete their comments. Jeez. That's nerve-wracking. You go, well, I don't know what the hell you said. That's, it's kind of ridiculous. Did you say something like you were gonna murder President Trump or something? Because that's the only reason you would need to delete something, you know? Just how does seeing faces help? Because you're looking for the ones that are referred to as stories. They're not just faces, they're mammoths. It has everything to do with Forrest Fenn. I found his school teacher. Here's this guy, one guy there, guy down here. Forrest Fenn picked up a rock. He shows it to Suzanne Summers. And he says, look, it's Georgia O'Keeffe. don't give me crap about finding shapes in rocks because that's what Forrest does. If you give me crap about it, you give Forrest crap about it. So, and that's the brave part. The brave part, you got to put up with little assholes that think you're seeing things and imagining it, and get more females on your channels. I don't know. Google has an algorithm that blocks them from even know that I'm online, as far as I know. You know, um, I like women. You know, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind having one around. You know, um, but women have become like extremely anti-male. You know, they hate men. We hate men. We hate men. Uh, Men were born with dicks, so we hate them. You know, because they've been taught that by the media, the television, the their political follow. You know, their Hillary and all that. Here you guys see these guys sitting here, and there's other people. He's this is a mammoth under baby mammoth maybe under him. There's somebody laying there underneath. Um, yeah, if these shapes and faces and rocks and all, if you can't understand that, you have no business in the treasure hunt at all. You're wasting your time if you're unable to see the stuff. And these are just pictures in order on the roll that I took. You know, no, I didn't. I didn't sort these out. You're going one frame to the next, and there's that many of them out there that I can just click, 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 get pictures of faces everywhere. That is not natural because these are ancient. Why do they take pictures of King Tut and Nefertiti and all that? This is the same thing. It's just ancient and worn out. I hate explaining to people about erosion and what happens to rocks over 14,000 years of time. What happens to a statue over 14,000 years? You know, stuff grows on it. You got to look through the erosion and things that are in the way, like the plant here. You can tell there's a head right behind it. We'll zoom into them. See, there's two heads behind that plant. There's eyeball, nose, and there's another head back here. So, you know, the plant's in the way. You got to be able to imagine what is behind the plant from what I see straight on. And you see another head here. It's face. And this is a body, maybe, and the legs. But see, the leg, part of that leg is another face. Um, if you're not into like Peter Max and a little bit of yes, indeed, the most from Chocolate Canyon all shows signs of human interaction with nature. Yeah, yeah, they do. Fuddy Duddy's in love with Suzanne. He's another searcher. But anyhow, this woman and her man that she stopped with, they left garbage along. They left their trash on the side of the road there. So you know these are litter bugs. I don't think they were searching for the treasure. They were stopping for a pee. They were heading west on 160. They parked right by my car. I don't know why when you park all alone, somebody has to come and park right next to you. If you got to park right next to, if there's all kinds of space and you got to park right next to the only car there, you're an idiot. Yeah, there's no excuse. I wish I had a picture of their plate because their trash wasn't there when I went up there, and they were the only car I saw stop there. Yeah, you see, this is a face here. The nose here. There's a face looking to the right. There's other stuff back here. Yeah, when I'm up there searching and I see someone stop by my car, I take a picture. Take a picture of people that stop on the side of the road. So yeah, you see his face, and there's things here. There's another face. You see somebody there. Another face is up here. See this guy here. Okay, next picture. Oh, this is a big rock. Okay. I want to get to another part here. You seen that, huh? Yeah, you had to see him right here looking at you. And the reason you might see a lot of faces with one eye is because it's also a mammoth with one eye. It's a side view of a mammoth one eye, and the trunk will come down and wrap around to be the chin of the person. Here's somebody here. And what you're looking for is things that are in his drawings, things that depict his stories. Like Miss Ford waking him up from sleeping at his desk, the lumberjack with his foot on a stump. You see the face there? You know? Um, yeah, the other treasure hunters that aren't able to, that criticize me, uh, I this what you call marvel gaze? Yeah, you marvel gaze. You stare at the rocks and you stare at and the shapes will come out. They're there. You see, this is a person here. Here's another face, profile, eyeball right there. Here's another face and bust of a person here. He looks like he's an Egyptian guy. He's out of the Mummy, the movie The Mummy. Yeah. um, see, there's faces looking into the center there. There's face right there, nose, chin, eye, forehead. I'm still on a rock I want to get away from. I want to get over toward the desk. I think I'll skip ahead to it. Oh, we got to go to that folder. 24. Uh, where was I over by her desk? Oh, in the 50s. Up. There. Oh, there we're by his desk. This one's neat. Um, Yeah, you see these two faces here. One, there's a person there, and there's somebody here. Mouth, nose, eyes. There's somebody back here. And there's somebody over here. And there's somebody down there. Oop. And these are right under his desk. And I was able to get my head in there and look in there, and there was nothing in there. It's just rocks. And it's directly under his desk. I want to go that way, that way. And you see this face here, and there's like a hand or another face right there. See? There's two people looking at each other. Maybe the one on the left's a mammoth. I don't know. This here is an elephant. This is the trunk curling here. And it's his head. You see the elephant trunk. You see well, you can't see it. It's off your screen. Okay. Yeah, so that's in behind those rocks. I look behind them. This you can see there's a guy here, there's several faces there. They're facing each other. There's a face back there. There's one on the end over here. That's a cool rock too. See these people here. See the faces. Yeah, I get a lot of. You don't ever give me shit about rocks and seeing faces and stuff. You know that's going to trigger me, and I'm going to get pissed off at you because this is the Marvel gaze. What Marvel gaze is all about. It's seeing the shapes and the art and nature. So this is where I was below. This is Miss Ford's head up here. That's her face, her sideways looking face. Here's her book she's holding. And here is Forrest sleeping on his desk. There's his mouth and his eyes. And he's on top of his desk, school desk, sleeping there. I wonder Hussey was somewhere in the neighborhood, and I told her, "Hey, stop on by. I'll show you around to the treasure hunt. We can do a treasure hunt." And I don't know. She don't respond. Whatever, you know. But um, yeah, I get some people know how to pull my trigger online and get me upset about saying stupid shit, and people think I'm an asshole. No, I'm just responding to assholes, you know, because this stuff is part of the treasure hunt, and when somebody says that it's not that I'm imagining that it's ancient ruins, that it's just a natural formation. That's one way to piss me off because I know that these were put here on purpose. How do you get so many faces in one picture? This guy here, the guy over here, two eyes. There's people up here in the crack. See, they go way back, and there's more stuff up in there. There's figures hiding in these little holes. There's that face right there. Here's the mouth, the nose, the eye, and the other eye. But don't be surprised if this side of his face is an elephant with a trunk wrapping around his chin. You don't get earthquakes here. This has been here for 13,000 years. If there was going to be an earthquake, there would have been one already. It would have just, no, earthquake ain't going to hurt it. We don't get earthquakes in this part of the country. Hey, Jason, another good fan. Oh, yeah, and I seen, um, Nevin yesterday. He was kind enough to give me a searcher coin, and my son won too. This one's the one for my son. So we can. Yeah, it's all on there, and you can read it all. Wow. I had 785. I picked 85 because it has 58 in it. And I was about 85, 785, 85 backwards is 58, and I was born 58. So okay, and I gave him some posters and a an Anubis coin, and there's an Anubis coin about 400 feet from here at another spot that I thought the treasure might have been. No, I'm going the wrong way. So this is again up. Uh, there's Miss Ford holding the school book, and this is Forrest sleeping on his. This is his desk. And this is Forrest. Yeah, there's stuff in there. Wow, what is that? Some of it's easier to see on the phone, the second, than seeing it on the computer screen here. There's Miss Ford up there again. There's her face and the desk. So see, I was able to get right below it, but I would have had to climb up over these rocks to get up to it. And Jack's not a mountain goat, so yeah, these are see the faces. This face there, whatever. I think it was there. I keep going the wrong way. You see the guy up here waving, and there's the other person here, and the maps and stuff will get you in the area. Will get you, say, depends on how much you can decipher of his stuff, but from the poem, the map puts you within 10 miles. or the poem will put you within 10 miles. You follow the drawings to the rest. You still go along, Jack. You want to stay in? Hang on, just look at that for a minute. Now, oh, take him off his leash. Throw the leash outside. Close the door. There, take his collar off. And then he heads for my bed. Yeah, you see the eye here is the profile face, and there's another one underneath it. There's, yeah, whatever. There's one here I got to get to and show you. But oh, this neat rock here too. See, there's The three people up there. Yeah, Forrest Fenn sees stuff in rocks. He had picked up a rock, handed it to Suzanne Summers. Look, it's Georgia O'Keeffe. Yeah. So if he can see Georgia O'Keeffe in a rock that he picks up off the ground, then he can see this stuff. Some of these it's hard because I haven't. Usually I'll put them through paint shop, and I'll turn the increase the shadows and increase the saturation. Uh, Page 32. Someone liked that one, huh? Okay. Comment I made. See, there's somebody over here in this box, and this is an elephant. That's the eye, curve of an elephant trunk coming down, wrapping around under his chin. Do you think he scouted the place out before? He had to do a whole lot of exploring to find all of these things that represent his stories. Olnack Head represents his ball of string, and you see this curled hooked elephant trunk here. It tells you there's a mammoth there somewhere. But you see the head up here, faces, and they're standing across there. This one's neat. See, because these are all human figures across there. I took a lot of pictures of that. And I think this picture needs to be rotated right, like that. And you see there's the face, the nose, and the eyes. That one needs to be rotated too. There. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Or maybe not. No, it didn't. I didn't have to rotate that one. Okay. So, some pictures I take horizontal instead of, or vertical instead of horizontal. Like that one. That one needs rotated, definitely. Well, you see over here on the side, see his face over here, and two eyes and mouth. And there's other face up in the middle, Now that one has to be rotated too, like that. Yeah. See, because there's these couple people. There's more up here. I see. I thought I went through and rotated them already. Yay. Yeah, I see elephants and people and yeah. Hey, fuddy duddy. Posting is woman much more fun. Oh, okay. I get it. You get more interaction. Yeah. You know, you get more people talking to you if you're a woman, because everybody wants, everybody likes the pretty girls. Nobody likes the old men. Yeah. And they think white males are privileged. I'll tell you who's privileged. It's the women. The women are privileged. Or maybe that goes left. Like that. Yeah. So yeah, and even if, and then again, if you're not using your real name, why delete your comments? You know. I used to date a girl named Hastings, last name Hastings, and her brother-in-law called her and her sister the Sybil sisters. Or her brother-in-law. You see these guys here? There's a scene here. Somebody laying here. This guy standing here. Somebody behind him. Trying to get to this certain rock. These rock that were. I'm eating jelly beans if you hear me munching. These are a bunch of figures going across there. Some of them you can see some very detailed stories. And one thing would be neat to do is, you know, go further with the de- accentuate the details, like finish eyeballs and try and remove some of the lichens, like over here. This white is lichens. It should be blacker here, and you see the black comes underneath. Can't get this thing. The black goes underneath the lichens here. This white area is lichens, so you got to imagine that you can see the black somewhat under it. So this black continues across under that, and they really need to. They got to clean the growth off of it. You see the profile of this face right here. Things that are growing on the rocks got to be removed. See, there's all these human figures. Somebody laying here. Lots of figures in there. And that's what Forrest said. If he, I don't see how you can miss it from 12 feet away, right? Basically, that's what he was saying. How can you be within 12 feet and not find? See how somebody could be within 12 feet and not find it. Um, these things you see from hundreds of feet away. Some of the bigger formation, the gypsies you see from about a half a mile away. The cowl I saw from the Malay cowl I saw from 200 feet away. When I walked out in the field. Yeah, these are people. People. See somebody stand back here. There are people across there. Wow. That's why I gotta increase the shadows so you see it better. See, it looks like a couple people in here. This guy down in there, dead. Another one over him. This other guy down here in this corner. No, he's in Florida. Uh, now, do you see him? You know, and maybe the mouth is a little gone or whatever, but that's erosion. Erosion and time. You see the people standing here. I think that goes that way. Yeah, that's a big head. Okay, come on. Here you got. And you see the face in here, laying there in this woman or whatever right here. That's the face. And there's another one right next to her, and there's one in here. And there's somebody over here. And there's two people there. I think it goes that way. Look at this big head. See? That's just one. This is eye, nose. There's somebody in there. See, this is Lewis and Clark here. He's pointing that way. Oh. But there's figures down in here, too. See him, big Indian chief. There's an elephant trunk. Sometimes they'll use there'll be a human figure, but his arm and shoulder will be an elephant, right? See, there's this guy here with a beard and his woman right behind him. There's figures along here. Jefferson. Who was the baby daddy? Who's baby daddy? Who Sarah named her son Madison? Why didn't you name him Moses? Forrest says you should name him Moses. But what do you bet, Sasha and Jason? Are they if they have a kid between the two, you think if they had a son, they'd name him Forrest? I'd think. See, here's the face, right? The eyes and eyes. Yeah. Another figure over here, whatever. I think this is my ISIS thing here. It's there. Next to this, I gotta decipher this tablet here. See, that's another. It's a person with a tombstone, but the tombstones are usually they're mammoth. A mammoth. The tombstones are mammoth shaped. You see what I got here? This rock here is reaching up and it's climbing up onto the rocks. It's a head. This is a elephant trunk coming down around him. See, there's an elephant head. The trunk wrapped around, pull him up. Family dispute. That looks like a yid slide view. Yeah, we're not using that kind of terminology. I don't. Disclaimer: I'm not responsible for anything my brother says. Well, there's the three heads. So, what are they doing here? Yep. Yep. I destroyed the womb before I left. No. Yeah, look, you see there's a little guy back there even. But if you were there in the days that they did this stuff, you see the head in there and the head there, head there, head there, head there. There's probably something there too. There's one here too. See a little head. It would have been amazing to see this stuff when it was fresh, new. 13,000 years ago, this place had to be amazing. See, there's your nose, profile face. Another face over here. Big nose. And this, I think, was like another Moses, but his head's missing, I think. See, the arms stretched out. You see the eyes, the nose. There's this piece of lichen on her eye. But there's another person, you know. The arm, like I said, that's an elephant. The shoulder and the arm, the hand, the elephant. And you see the mammoth, the end of a mammoth tusk is a hand, like, you know. Um, yeah, there's a lot in there. You see this face back here. There's face in here. There's other faces on there. There's one laying down in here. There's a face. See, this is the nose. The eye, the other eye. He's laying there looking up. A lot of them are their tombs. Or they pick them laying on the ground, looking, staring at the stars up into the sky. That's a torso and a head. You see the face, the profile of the face there, huh? I think I tilted up a little. So. You see there's a face here, but it's the weeds are in front of it. Plants. Ooh, what's he got in this wine glass? Is that a wine glass? Yeah. Or is this type of scepter? His face looking down. Oh. I made it all the way back to there already? Okay. Oh. Ah, get those off. Um, that's ain't bad enough. Play with them. I get ready for tomorrow. Go for a drive tomorrow. Run errands. Um, I'll probably go search just for a little. One spot I want to check is probably a 10-15 minute area to check. Check that, and then I'll run my errands. But stand up. I got it on this. It's on a flexible thing. just position it where I want it, as long as it stays. So, anything new here? Let's see. You see my. What are they saying? I see the glass. Good show. Nice neon. Good luck. I didn't see any neons. I don't drive a neon. That's a rhino. A rhino. I don't know any rhinos in North America. They had elephants, camels, horses, short-legged horse. They had here. Probably related to the those ponies, those little Shetland ponies are probably related to the short-legged horse. How do you get little horses? What's going on? Battery. Oh, I should have plugged it in when I came inside. So get those off. Those are terrible. I had to go to the Dollar Tree and get some more wired ones. I gotta stop with bring my reading glass, my good ones, my prescription ones. I got to bring them down to the place, and they're missing the screws because the lens fell out. And the VA, they'll make sure you get the cheapest glasses that'll break the fastest. You know, can't get you something that'll last. They got to be the cheapest ones, not easy to break. It's like you buy one professional, nice, well-made pair, that'll last for years, or you can, for that same amount of time, you get 20 of these other cheapy ones that the VA will put out for. And then a lot of those, what is it, 20 cents worth of metal probably in them. So you're being overcharged for glasses anyhow. And it's all computer made anymore. And it's easy, glasses in the past used to be ground by, they didn't have computers when George Washington had his glasses or whatever, Oh, who's won what? His number. Yeah. But I'm done. I gotta fix something to eat. Close my windows, it's getting cold. It's 49 degrees outside, 71 inside. But the windows are too cold. I keep that 71. See ya.